Oh, I should make that emote a thing. Can you guys actually... My fucking headset should be muted if I, like, put it up by my head. Hello? Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, hi guys. I'm just doing the going live tweets. The tweets and... What do they call it on Blue Sky? I think they genuinely call it skeets, and that's like the worst fucking thing I've ever heard. No one calls it that. Post. Yeah, I have seen it called skeets, I swear to God. I'm not making that up. Anyway, it's gonna be a bit scuffed because I only have so much desk space. So I need to put my keyboard and mouse over there where it's out the way. And then put that there, and my door's still open, and I forgot to refill my water bottle. Let's just have another minute before I change the scene. I'll be back now. Trying to get my shit in order. I only have so much space. What do you guys think of the Xbox show? Did anyone else watch the Xbox show? I'm just getting the handful of rares I got from my pre-release, so I can show those guys off to you as well. I'm just taking them out of the deck box, trying to find them. And we will begin. Best part was the world fucking premiere. That was really funny. And like, I don't know, I don't think, of all things, saying it for fucking, Invincible is like really weird. Because when I think of Invincible, I don't think of swearing. Like, that's not the first thing I think of. Why did they make the Invincible thing swear? You're embarrassing yourself. Come on, fucking Persona 4 is here. You're gonna embarrass yourself in front of the 10 seconds of Persona 4 footage? For shame. That's a rare. That's not a rare. That's a rare. That's cool. I'm gonna show that off. That's a rare. That's a rare. That's amore. Okay, that's all my rares. Cool. First thing I think of is Invincible is Mortal Kombat-esque gore. I think that as well. I think towards the end of the trailer when they were showing off characters' supers, it looks like if you actually kill an enemy character with a super, you actually like take their head off and shit, which is like very Invincible to me. Anyway, I've gotten all of my cards out, all my rares out from my pre-release, so I'll show those to you guys. Let's change the scene as I finagle around my desk. Hello! Hello, that's wrong. That's not... hang on, that should not be like that. 2 seconds. It's been a while since I've done this, so that's why it's a little bit scuffed. Try that. Hello! That's better. I have to go PNG mode because I can't use my phone as a camera for my model and a camera to actually show you guys cards. So hello. Ooh. I also bought the HD version of the app I use to record my hand and fingies, so let's see how that goes, and hopefully we don't see the reflection of my face in any sleeves. Doesn't want to focus, that's nice. Good start, but it always does this. You are a bitch. You ever think about that? There we go. So, yeah. These are some of the rares. I played pre-release. For those that don't know, pre-release is a little sealed event that happens before the cards actually release. Who could have guessed? Oh, I can zoom in! Yo! This is a game changer! I can just zoom in! I don't have to, like, hold cards to the camera! This is Poggies! Holy moly! My fingers look so huge, though. How'd you guys know I'm not actually, like, a 10-foot-tall giant? Look at that! Look at that! The app didn't let me zoom before! Yo, I'm fucking pogging out. That's sick. Okay, alright, cool. This is Poggies. Right. Sorry, I kind of lost my mind. What were we saying? Yeah, pre-release. So pre-release happened, as the name sort of implies. Pre-release is an event where you can play before the cards are actually released for public sale, and everybody gets a box of 6 packs and 1 promo card, and then you get matched up against each other. You build a deck out of the cards that you open, and then you have a fun time. If my playmat looks dirty, it's not dirty, it's just used. The zoom is enhancing my gamer stains. Aren't you a 10-foot tall giant though? Very true, but unfortunately no, not true. I'm only 6 feet tall. I didn't greet everybody as you came in, and I can't scroll up to look at all your names. So hello everyone. I hope everyone's having a good time. I hope you enjoyed the Xbox showcase. I hope you've enjoyed your weekend. So don't say game stains. Sorry. This was my promo card. Yo, this is a fucking game changer. You can tell it's a promo card because it's a little 2025. So this is the Water Crystal from Final Fantasy III. One very cool thing about the Final Fantasy set that I will go on about is so your bog standard Magic the Gathering card, right? It has like name, art, subtypes, effects, text, sometimes flavor text, mana cost, blah blah. And then down here you have the set, the language, the number, which means like this is registration number 85 out of the entire Final Fantasy set. The artist's name, all the copyright stuff. But for Final Fantasy, they explicitly printed this little bit here. And it tells you specifically which Final Fantasy game this card comes from. And I thought that's hella fucking cool. I thought that was super cool. So, I'm not the most educated when it comes to Final Fantasy. No idea what's in these, but good luck. Thank you very much, Atsuda. Thank you for the 37 months. Damn, one of the OGs. Thank you very much. Okay, so hang on. We'll talk about hits, potential hits and stuff like that, and and so on and so forth. Hi, Arcade, before we start and we start going into other cards. Regarding hits, monetary value, I don't know, and also I don't really care. I don't know what's strongest. It's a bit early to say whether cards will be expensive or cheap, because this set is in standard, like professional, competitive format rotation. There are cards here which may have an impact on the meta, and their price will go up. There's cards here which are likely not going to have an impact on the meta, and they're probably not going to be worth much at all. But Final Fantasy, a lot like Lord of the Rings, will likely be collector pieces. People who enjoy Final Fantasy will be wanting these sets. I know people who aren't into Magic the Gathering at all. They've purchased Final Fantasy because they like Final Fantasy. I'm not mega familiar with Final Fantasy. I only know a handful of things. So I'm not coming in here with a, oh, this is my favorite Blorbo. I might get a moment or two like that, but you never know. I'm mainly just looking for my friends' favorite Blorbos. BLT, thank you for gifting a sub to the one and only Mermaidan. Very much appreciate that. Thank you for the 54 gift subs total, you fucking Giga Chad. So yeah, before we open up the packs, let's break down the rares I got in my pre-release, and you guys can tell me if they're your favorite Glub Shittos or from your favorite games. Because you know, with rares, you might see repeats, you might not see one at all. So we've got the Water Crystal, which we already broke down earlier. Esper Origins. So Surveil, gain 2 life. This is really beautiful in my opinion. Blah blah. The spell effects aren't that important. I imagine people here are more here to see Blorbos, but I'll break down the spell effects just in case. I think this is really cool personally. This card won me a shit ton of games in my pre-release. I mainly played green-white for people who care. And something which is quite cool about Final Fantasy, which is a set unique mechanic, is enchantment creatures, or saga creatures rather. So normally saga cards aren't creatures, these combine the 2 types, and I think it's quite cool. They've used this mashing of card subtypes to what's it called? It's to what's the word I'm thinking of? Basically, this is how they represent the summons from different Final Fantasy games. This is Esper, Manduin, there's all sorts, there's like Odin and Knights of the Round and all stuff like that. Any summon you can think of probably is gonna appear on this saga type creature, and I think this is quite cool. This was this one won me tons of game of pre-releases. Really cool, really fun. I think if green makes a comeback at all, we might see this, because it fills a graveyard, it gives you life back, it makes a big saga creature. These are the ones I didn't use, which is why they aren't sleeved. I'll sleeve them later. Althea and Fran, I'm probably butchering the names, from Final Fantasy 12. Which is quite nice. Reach, vehicles you control get +1/+1, have vigilance and reach. Whenever they crew a vehicle, if that vehicle attacks, you can pay 1 red and a green to get an additional combat. What are the big hits of this set? You just missed me saying it! I don't know! I don't know and I don't care, to be honest. It's a bit early to say because, they expect this set to make a small impact on Standard, and based on what cards make an impact on Standard, those will definitely rise in value. But as of right now, the hits are... As off the top of my head, I know that the best hits are Sephiroth, Fable Soldier, Starting Town, and I forgot the third one. I know those are like big hits, but we're not here for hits. We're here to like look at Blorbos and appreciate art and stuff, so I'm not that fussed. Got the Lunar Whale. Look at that. Final Fantasy IV. Stop me if you guys know this fella, Squall, Seed Mercenary. I think is quite cool how he's a bit of a lone wolf. Everything he does is built around the Exalted mechanic, which is based around characters attacking alone. Got Kuja, Genome Sorcerer, from Final Fantasy IX, and he flips over into Trance Kuja, Fate Defied. The art's so gorgeous, and the effects are so cool as well. There's this Ultima, board wipe in white that ends the turn. If you can find a way to play this at instant speed, you can end other people's turn, which is quite cheesy. Also, it's from Final Fantasy XIV, and it's like the one part of Final Fantasy XIV I've actually played where Gaius goes, "Such devastation! This was not my intention!" I got 2 of the rare lands from the set. Zanarkand from Final Fantasy X, and Ishgard from Final Fantasy XIV. I think maybe these cards might have an impact in competitive, because these adventure effects might be kind of good, but they're also very slow, so maybe not. And then alongside rares, another thing I want to keep an eye out and show you guys is there's a bonus sheet. These are called FCA cards, and they are Final Fantasy themed renames and reskinnings of cards that already exist. So for all intents and purposes, this card is just counterspell, 2 blue mana, counter target spell. However, it's Wild Rose Rebellion, as seen from Final Fantasy II, and all cards from the bonus sheet are either direct in-game screenshots or they're taken directly from concept art, which in my mind is cool as shit. Like, I'm looking for stuff like these, I think. I think that would be really cool. So that was all my rares from the pre-release. We're just going to, as always, I'm going to put all the rares to one side. And we'll go over them at the end. We're going to be putting all the rares and all the bonus sheet things to one side, I think. So normally we can see those on camera. However, seeing as I'm now with my fresh new zoomed in from my pro version of whatever this program's called, we won't be doing that. But here's the box. Wow, we're maybe a little bit too zoomed in, but it fits just nicely. Play boosters. This was sealed. I took off the wrapping because the wrapping is quite reflective and I didn't want to show my face, playing it safe. But this was sealed. Nobody's tampered with these cards or anything like that. I think the wrapping's quite nice. Enter battle in Magic the Gathering. I'll read this now for you guys. Enter battle in Magic the Gathering, some of the most iconic characters, items, and moments from the 16 core games in the legendary Final Fantasy series. Call forth classic summons, cast powerful spells, and visit familiar locales on the back of a chocobo. Step into these unforgettable stories and give them a whole new spin. You better not get a Ragavan again. I'd fucking piss if I would. If I did. Scan here to discover the coolest cards. Oh, VV is another big hit. This is like the biggest hit, actually. People want VV. Alright, now what did any of that mean? Play Final Fantasy card game. It's really funny because there was a bunch of people in the store like, I don't agree with Final Fantasy being in my hidden gem card game. And it's like, bro, come on, get over yourself. I can't wait to have so much rubbish at the end of all this. And so much bulk. I love bulk. Let's get started, eh? Let's get cracking. Bonus sheet to Traxa Sephiroth. That would be pretty heat, to be honest. Fight on. Return up to 2 carded creature cards from your graveyard into your hand. Final Fantasy VII. Blitzball shot. Put that over there. Blitzball shot. Your standard +3/+3 and trample. Everyone seems to be calling for Waka, folks. Magic Damper from Final Fantasy XIII. Summon GF Ifrit. Which Ifrit is this? This is from Final Fantasy VIII. Some of the art's just gorgeous. I like the equipment. I play a lot of equipment in Commander, and I also like how they're the relic weapons from Final Fantasy XIV. World map. Sahagin. Myra, ding dong! Myra, look who it is! Myra, it's your boyfriend! Ding dong! Oh, that's funny. Look, there he is! Lock Cole? Oh, I think I just revealed the rare accidentally. That's fine. No one saw. This is cool. I don't know who this is. Like, again, I'm not the most familiar with Final Fantasy. However, they're from... Oh, don't get closer to the camera. That's automatic, so I'm too used to doing it. From Final Fantasy IX. Quina... Is it Ku? Is that how you pronounce it? So, fun fact. This creature type is like, you know, obviously what race they are from Final Fantasy. This is the only card in the game with a Q creature type. That's... My auto mod got refreshed for some reason, so someone just posted... Silverhawk just posted, fuck that twink, and I can't click to allow it, because my mouse is over there, I only have so much desk space. Where's Mr. Rosfield? We'll find out soon. But anyway, yeah, this is the only Q card in the game now, which I thought was quite cool. And also, this is the only creature type that begins with the letter Q. That's a bit of lore for you. Barrett Wallace. I might play this in my equipment. I do love equipment. And the rare is... a land! Boo! We hate lands. Boring. Balaam Garden Seed Academy. It flips over, but there is also something underneath it. Is there any extra rares? Ooh. Clash of the Icons. That's the foil of the pack. full art swamp, and a token. Bro, the tokens are so cool. Imagine being paid to just paint your own Warrior of Light onto a token for Magic. That's fucking heat. The token over there. So the land does have a flip side. We'll look at that as well. Balaam Garden Airborne. It's a 5/4 vehicle with crew 1 flying. Whenever it attacks, draw a card. That's pretty generically good, actually. I would definitely play something like this. Very nice. That's a rare. Put the rare by there. Put the rubbish over there. Crack once more. Black Mage's Rod. There's a subtype in this set for the wizards from Final Fantasy, like the Black Mage, and I thought it was quite interesting. Really fun to play around. So basically, a lot of these cards will make these little wizard tokens, and whenever you play something that isn't a creature, they just ping your opponent. I think that might be fun to build around. Not making waves in Standard anytime soon, but still pretty cool. Guys speak Beaver. Commune with beavers. That's even better. It's even in more focus if I don't hold them. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum from FF10. Sabatender. Summon Chocomog. Look at him. Kupo. Magic Inventory. Can search for itself. Town Greeter. Pretty generic. Evil Reawakened. This is a pretty nice. This guy's me as fuck, that one too. Galuf, it is good to see you again. Mwahaha. Restoration Magic. So, a handful of the instants have tiers to how you cast them. So this would cost 1 to cast to begin with, and then you can upgrade it, and the upgrade is actually all the levels of upgrade of the actual spell. So you can cast Cure, which is the weakest one, to give something to give 1 permanent hexproof and indestructible. You can pay 1 extra mana to give it hexproof and indestructible, and you gain 3 life. Or you can pay 4 extra mana to give everything hexproof and indestructible and gain 6 life. And there's a handful of spells like that, so like Fire, Firaga, that kind of stuff, and I thought that was quite cool. It's quite on flavor. Renoa Heartilly from Final Fantasy VIII. Not familiar, but I imagine she's someone's Blorbo. Triple Triad! Yo! That's cool. Getting of each upkeep, each player exiles the top card of their library. Until end of turn, you may play the card you own exiled this way, and each other card exiled this way with lesser mana value than it without paying its mana costs. That's funny, that's goofy, I like that. We got Vivi! Yo, biggest hit in the set! Going in a sleeve! I can't stop winning! Let's go gambling! Da-da-da-eh. Very nice. And a foil Chocomog. So why is Vivi so good, you may ask? Because it is a small child you fill with C4, and then he will explode everywhere. So, he's at 0-3 for 3 mana. That sounds shit, you say. I know. However, for 0 mana, you can activate an ability to add X mana in any combination of blue or red, where X is Vivi or Nitie's power. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a counter, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Vivi, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. This is like mega sought after for this set. Everyone wants to build around Vivi. They reckon Vivi might actually make waves in Standard. It might give interest to a Spellslinger style deck in Standard, and if it doesn't, people are paying like 40-50 quid for this thing as a commander. I don't really like selling my rares on. I do like to collect things unless I know I'm not going to use them, and this might be the Spellslinger for me, so... But that's still cool. Look at him! Look at this small child! This can get out of hand way, way fast, and it's crazy how much mana and how much damage it can do. A nice little hit there. That's our land for the pack. Oh, we got an art card too. No idea what it's of, but it's pretty. Opened a VV on stream. It's a big dub. It's a colossal dub. He got the One Ring live. Yeah, eat shit, Post Malone. I'm not going to say that word, I'm going to butcher it, but it's one of those dudes from Final Fantasy 11. Bard's Bow from 14. Sage's Newliths, also from 14. These are all the relic weapons. Mysidian Elder. Eventually we're going to be seeing so many duplicates of these commons and uncommons, we're going to be skipping right past them. But for now, we're going to appreciate every single one of them in all of their beauty. You're Not Alone. This is from Final Fantasy 9. 1 mana pump spell can pump up to +4/+4. Iron Giant, but no Superman. 6/6 with 3 keywords. This is definitely going in some kind of decks. There's decks which are built around having as many keywords as possible. They're called keyword soup decks, and keyword soup would love that bad boy. A Quell? From 15. Cargo ship? No actually, cargo's on the road. For a more highbrow humor like that, make sure to follow me on twitch.tv/KitaArias. Opera Love Song. Somebody sat next to me today at the pre-release, opened this and like lost his mind because Final Fantasy VI was his favorite game. He wasn't into Magic, he was just here as a Final Fantasy fan, and he was like losing his mind over like the art and the fact that this scene in Final Fantasy VI has its own card, and it's so gorgeous as well. Accidentally reveal the rare, that's fine, nobody saw it. Circle of Power. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, make a wizard. Wizards get +1/+0 and lifelink. Gilgamesh, otherwise known as Godo Bandit Samurai at Home. I know a friend of mine who wants this, and I've promised I'd give it to him if I open it. So, Roe, if you're here, congratulations, there's your Gilgamesh. When he enters or attacks, you look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of equipment from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When you put 1 or more equipment onto the battlefield this way, you may attach one of them to a samurai you control. He himself is a samurai, so you can't just attach it to him. Ooh, we got a bonus sheet card! It's another counterspell. That's funny. It's still just as beautiful as before. An adventurer's inn, full art land, and a token. I love pack opening. I don't like all the cleanup and all the bulk afterwards. But there's something about just cracking packs and just enjoying the cards and getting to share one of my hobbies with you guys, even if you aren't the most Magic inclined. It definitely does make me smile. That's why I like streaming in general, is to just share things I love with people who may not have seen them before. Hektai is a horrible, fucked up beast of sorts. Airship Crash. Ice Magic, another one of those tiered spells. Blizzard, Blizzara, Blizzaga. Haste Magic. Double Time. It's Cloud. From that game everyone likes. You just enjoy the gambling? I love gambling so much I can't stop. Slash of Light. One of the few Final Fantasy 1 cards. Hill Gigas. Trample, Haste, Mountain Cycling 2, pretty good. Monk's Fist. Do they? Do they really? Damn, keep it in the bedroom. Am I right, fellas? Can I get an extremely loud correct buzzer for more highbrow humor? Make sure to follow me on Twitch TV, KitaArias. Adventurer's Inn. God fucking damn it, thank you. Dragoon's Lance. Shout out to my Dragoons in Final Fantasy 14. We will tank the floor. Diamond Weapon. This thing is cracked. I have this in my pre-release. I didn't show it to you because it's just a measly uncommon, as you can see here. But it discounts itself. It's an 8/8 with reach, and it can't take combat damage, which is crazy. Very good. Ether. Exile this artifact, add 1 blue, and double your next spell. Pretty pog. Yo, we got Cloud! This is another hit. This is another hit. And this is a hit for me. This one is for me specifically. When Cloud enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. If Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers an additional time. Yo! So Atsuda is like my magic guy. He gives me all the sauce, and Atsuda seems to think that this might make some waves in a handful of different other competitive formats, because there's a card that's really popular that does a very similar effect, and this may potentially be better or a side grade in some boards, so it may have some use later on. However, for me, I love big monkey brain play equipment smash things, and he is an equipment man, so that's going in all of my decks. Our foil is Vanille. I'm going to put Vanille to one side in case I get the other half, and I want to show you guys what that's about. So Vanille, when it enters, blah blah. However, look at this. At the beginning of if you control Vanille and Fang, you meld them. And melding means they become one creature on the backside. So this is the top half, which shows the name and the art. The effects are on a Fang, if we can find her. We don't have her yet. And our land is a black-red tap land. It's Vector. Gongaga is one of these tap lands, and we need to find it. We need to see me Gongaga. Me? Gongaga. I was hoping you'd cut one in half for funsies. I think there was a time when I opened Wilds of Eldraine, I ate a food token on stream, or at least I ripped it in half and scrambled it up and put it in my mouth. That was gross. Cloud Strife is $30. I can't stop winning. I got the biggest hit in the set in Vivi, and I got Cloud. But Cloud's mine and is going in my decks, and I'm gonna hold on to Vivi, I think. Next pack. Resentful Revelation. It's a draw. It's just Sephiroth being edgy. But he seems happy. Grand Pulse Ochu from Final Fantasy 13. Oh, I can't say that. Kikin? The Fisher guys from Final Fantasy 14. And they're like, yes, you will buy trinket from me. I like those guys. They're cool. Light of Judgment. There's Kefka doing a big funny war crime. 6 and 7 are the Final Fantasies I'm most familiar with, and Kefka was fucked up, huh? Kefka was a guy. Oh my god, Cressida High. Any golden chocobos? That's collector's packs only, sadly. But yeah, no golden chocobos here. Dwarven Castle Guard. Syncopate. This is a reprint. I think Syncopate is actually quite decent. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Been wrong before. Counters target spell unless you pay X. X is this number up here. You pay mana into that. Vincent's Limit Break. This seems good. I didn't see any of this today, but I feel like this can actually have some real blowouts if you play a draft or sealed. Self-Destruct. This is my pick for which card is going to make the most impact in Standard, and I expect this card, even though it's uncommon, to go for like $2 or $3 or a couple of dollars. So for those that care, and even for those who don't, because it's my stream and I can talk about what I want, the Standard meta right now is very, very, very fast. So it's your game plan is either kill somebody in turn 3, or if you don't kill them in turn 3, you combo off turn 4 or 5. It's a very, in my opinion, very ass meta in Standard. It's not very fun to play. However, this card is a tool that the aggressive decks can definitely use, because it's a means of finishing off your opponent, especially when the aggressive decks at the moment revolve around buffing up a single creature or a handful of creatures to very high power. And what this card does is target creature you control deals X damage to any other target and X to itself, where X is its power. Any other target includes your opponent's face. So it's definitely possible on, say, like turn 2, turn 3, to buff a creature up to like you know, let's say turn 1, turn 2, you punch somebody in the face for roughly like 6 to 8 damage, and then it's very easy to do the same again on turn 3, and then play this and blow somebody up for like 8 damage. So I expect that to be worth a little bit. Not that I care. We're not here for money, we're here for good times. Demon Wall, artifact creature, Demon Wall. Those motherfuckers weren't lying. Omega Heartless Evolution from FF14. No idea what he's about, but he looks pretty cool. Crystal Fragments. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. It flips over. I think the rare is underneath though, so maybe we'll come back to it, maybe we won't. Is the rare underneath? Yes! Summon Titan from Final Fantasy 15. This card beat my ass today in a pre-release match. Mill 5, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, and until end of turn another target creature you control gains trample and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of lands you control. I don't expect this to make waves in like any competitive formats, but people love these return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped effects. They go in so many decks, so this is definitely like valuable to some people. And the backside of Crystal Fragments was prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control this turn. Pretty nuts. For 2 turns in a row. And the third one is tap all creatures your opponents control. So this can definitely win you the game if you're in a sealed format. Our rare is that card I can't say again. Not rare, our foil, sorry. Full Art Mountain and a hero token. A lovely machinist there polishing his gun. All the 14 love fills my heart with joy. I love the 14 cards for the explicit reason that it's just artists drawing their warriors of light. Like, if it's not like an in-game character or like a race that you can't play as, like hero tokens are the best example of this in my opinion. Do I have a hero token here? Yeah, like the hero token we just showed off. Like, you can't tell me this isn't just some dude's warrior of light. This isn't just, what's this person's name? Emanuela Crovius. This isn't just in Emanuela Crovius's Warrior of Light. You can't convince me. I'm on to you, Emanuela. Namazu Trader. That's beautiful art. Look how happy he is. Have a little fish. A fish citizen. A fishizen, if you will. Gigantoad. Scorpion Sentinel. I think that's definitely from Final Fantasy VII. That's like one of the few tutorial bosses. Red Mage's Rapier. Oh, that reminds me! In my bag, I still have my prize packs from pre-release. So not only do we get the succulent packs of all the cards we've opened so far, we get 2 more. Oh, also this was a prize for being a pre-release. Herald's Horn with a Moogle. It's quite cute. We got 2 more packs, let's go! White Auracite. The 1 Minfilia card. 2 more! Bro, what the fuck is that emote? That is so oddly specific. Lunatic Pandora. Or is it Lunatic, like Luna? Inside the Lunatic Pandora is this thing called a crystal pillar. It calls monsters from the moon. Zeldricht from Final Fantasy VIII. Instant ramen from 15. This is so funny to me. Like, so it's ramen, so it's a food, yeah? And it has flash. Another word for flash, for those that don't play Magic, means you can play it at instant speed. Instant. It's a lovely bit of flavor. Flavor? Eh? Yeah, we have fun here. Get out of here. We've seen you. Snowvilliers from Final Fantasy VIII. The Relentless X Atom 092. That's certainly a big fella. Coral Sword. Coral! Flash. When this equipment enters, attached to target creature you control, that creature gains first strike until end of turn. I don't see this being very popular, but the art is very gorgeous. Side quest, play Blitzball. Beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +2 till end of turn. If you get any Barts, can you mail it to me? Nope. A friend of mine has already called dibs on Barts. The same friend who called dibs on Gilgamesh. Sorry. This transforms, so it's something on the backside. We'll have a look at that in a minute, because I think the rare is underneath here. The Wind Crystal. So white spells you cast cost one less to cast, sorry. If you had gained life, you gain twice that much life instead. And for 4 and 2 whites, creatures you control gain flying and lifelink until end of turn. This is cracked. Gotta get all the crystals. Yeah, my pre-release promo, which I think is in this pile, was the water crystal. So there are 5 crystals. 1 for each color in Magic. I don't know whether whether there is 5 in Final Fantasy 3. I'm unfamiliar, but it is very cool. Backside of... Oh, just a moment, sorry, we're back. Sorry about that. The one pain of having oh god, it's not working. The one pain of using your phone as a camera is that you also can't actually use it as a phone. So when I need to like use it for stuff, is it working? It's not working. I'm so just a second. Sorry, gamers. Come on, you stinker. Oh, it doesn't like this. It doesn't want to come back. Why don't you want to come back? Come back here. Please, my hands, my beautiful hands. What a stinky ass, doo-doo, smelly app. Oh shit! Hi Kieran. Hi. Oh my god. Hi everyone. Hi hands, please. I'm having technical difficulties. There was a misinput. Calm down. I'll do it in a sec. As soon as I get my camera to work again. I'm having technical difficulties. I'll be as quick as I can. I'm sorry. Oh god, so many people are relying on me. Frig. He hates us. No, my camera just stopped working. I love you. I am fuming. Why isn't it working? I am so sorry, guys. Hello, Raiders. Hi. Sorry, by the way. Hi. For those that don't know me, when I'm not focusing intensely on technical difficulties, my name is KitaArias. I stream various games and other stuff that I'm interested about, whatever the new hotness is, or stuff I just want to share that I like about myself and you may not have seen. So, I'm kind of a magic guy. Sort of. Not really. I'm not the most magic guy. That's the wrong source. Ah, sorry. I'm panicking. I play a little bit of Magic casually. I do like playing the game on occasion as well. And yeah. So I've been the Final Fantasy set just came out, and I'm trying my darndest to show off some of the cards from the new set. However, my phone is not agreeing with me, and it's still not agreeing with me.
pie.
Welcome, welcome. I'm dying out here. Okay, let's try this instead. Anything else we can do to make you feel really stressed and panic in the moment? Yeah, gift subs, and then I'd feel bad for not actually like doing content. I'm kidding. Don't do that. He just passed the red mage card. Oh, Kita. No.
Thank you for the gift of
You. Bear. No. I shouldn't have said anything. You fuck. Thank you, Bear, for the 5 gifted. It's okay, I got Shiftbait. Oh, Shiftbait, my beloved. Come on, what's happening? Like, why is it doing this? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really bummed out now. Thank you, Bear, for the 5 gifted. That's very kind. Come on. What's the issue? Perhaps we can help. It's just not picking up my camera for some reason. Right, I'm gonna change to this because I need to take it out of its holder and I don't want to show my face suddenly. Just give me a sec. Right, let's... I'm so sorry, guys. My word. Someone called me and then it just fell apart.
Thank you for the gift of subs.
Gov, thank you for the 5 gifted. Also, oh my god, why? Like, no, stop, please. I'm dying. Yo, you snipe Cress and Gents and Dulcet? Yo, it's dubs all around. Right, let's try changing it to use Wi-Fi IP, and we'll put that on instead. He's gonna have a meltdown. I actually am. Like, I'm definitely not internally panicking and shitting my whole ass. Whoever called my phone and broke me, and broke my camera, is going to get a strongly worded text after this stream, where I will say, "Excuse me, I appreciate the fact you tried to talk to me, but okay, don't do it again, thank you." Okay, let's try that. Activate. Turning it off and on is always the best fix. Yeah, but I've done that. Like, the app won't close. No, it does close, but then it doesn't like deactivate. Delete and re-add the source. I've done that as well. Ah, don't. Come on. I mean the whole phone? You're a genius. Oh my god, Dulcet, hi. Oh my god, Dulcet, bye. This will be the fix, I'm calling it, please. So guys, as I wait for my phone to restart, how was, did you guys watch the... How was Kieran's stream? That's something I should actually talk about. You sent a lot of people here. Yeah, how was your stream? What did you do? Did you get up to stuff? What stuff did you get up to? I'm scrolling up to see what you were playing last from the shout-out. Untitled Goose Game, yo! The one with the dedicated honk button, huh? I love it. How was that? Just me?